Well, this is the last ever Dragalia lost login. Today is November 29, 2022, and it is ending service as of tonight. So this is just my own personal recording to remember my account. This is going to be the last time I'll get a daily bonus. Bye, Notte. Yeah, I see service for Dragalia lost will end on November 30th at 1 a.m. PST, which is tonight. Oh, it's been 3 years since I've played this game. Well, we can start with dailies. This is what I normally do. Oh, sticker. So this is the alliance. Most people have stopped playing. Some still do. And a lot of people have stopped playing a long time ago. Yeah, as soon as the end of service announcement went out, a lot of people quit. They stopped playing and moved on to other games. These are some of the people I used to play a lot with, especially Blossom and Alex. And then I normally go to the shop, get the daily item summon, just to finish that. I don't buy these essentials anymore. I have too much stuff now. And collect anything from the goodie box, which, it's kind of pointless at this point. Items. I have a lot of funds and items. Some of these are from special events from Mega Man collab and Monster Hunter collab. I never use them, I just keep them. I even have summon tickets that I never use. Look at that. 5-star summon voucher I never use. Dragon. There's no point in using them now. So I have a lot of stuff. Look at this. 9 Omnisite, which can fully level up and promote an adventurer, including the mana circles. I remember when this was so hard to get, and we even had a joke about TP, toilet paper, golden TP. This was used to unbind a dragon. Very rare, but I have so many of them. This is to unbound the 6-star weapons, which was amazing when it came out. I farmed so many of these dragon drops from the high dragon trials. Look, I got max from almost all of these. And these are some of the Agito battles that I had farmed. Basically completed every single thing. Squishamps, we never know what it's for now. But this was a super rare drop in the void battles. Got them. Let's see. These are some of the most challenging content from the Agito. These are from the Agitos. Really, really difficult. And then these are some of the Primal dragons that are really hard to win. So many Twinkling Sand. They were rare at some point, including this one. These were used to unbind some free characters. So I got a lot of those because the event is rerun. Let's see. So these are from Void. These were free ones you can use to unbind dragons. They released them over time, but everything I have is already max unbound that I can. These were added later. These were Wyrmprints. These were to further unlocks mana spirals for some characters. They didn't do them for all. And this is from summoning. Look, even got cake. I got so many of these. This is to make a dragon increase in rep with dragons. Player info. Let's see. Profile. Yep. Player ID, alliance, name. I have so many epithets. These are like some of the bronze ones, silver, and then the gold ones. So some of these you get from, like, these are the highest level ones you get from conquering some of the hardest events. Like the one I'm wearing right now is the hardest one. I have to clear all of the Rise Sinister Domain quests on co-op. So this is definitely the hardest one. So like this is Lilith on co-op, I think. Let's see. This was the part of the Primal. So this is from finishing all Primal on solo. It's also really hard. Earn a total of 500 medals. They stopped doing medals. Let's see, Breaker of Pleasure, Surpasser. Yeah, so this is for the solo. Clearing all Sinister Domain quests. So some of these are really, really hard to get. So this was the initial one, the Agito and Legend Agito. Okay, where to next? Shop Alliance, we did that. Friends. Let's see, I got, I guess, friend list. Oof. Let me sort by, I can't sort by date, but some of the friends I played with or added in the past. We do descending. Yeah, I got some people at max levels. Look, they're still playing. I guess some people wanted to go all the way until the end. So, yeah, some people left. Well, yeah, not many people play it. This was my helper settings to give them some meow. This dragon will give shapeshift prep, so which means you can use it automatically. This was also shapeshift prep, a very useful print. Hilarious. So, yeah, the rest are this notes thing they added later for battle records. Look at how many times I've used an element unit to do battle. Weapon type, yeah, next. Unit type, I've used so many. And then for encyclopedia, these were other characters. See, I still don't have some of these units. Like, some of them are limited units and I never got them during the summon. But I got a lot of units. 273 out of 298 units. Dragon, I missed 2. And I think I think these 2 I can still get. Missing those 2. But for adventures, you can do medals. So for example, let's see, one of the adventures that I probably got all medals on is something like, let's see, yeah, I'll probably get them for our main character medals. So each of these medals you get from like defeating something. Like this was the Astral Rate, and this was the Void Dragons, this was Chimera, High Dragon, Agito, Standard, Expert Master, Legend, Agito, and then this were the Archdemon, the Lilith, and all the way to Legend. This was Morsayati, and then it goes into, this is Conqueror of the Mighty, and then it goes into Kaleidoscope, and Primal Dragon, Standard, until Primal Dragon Master. So, got all the medals. Um, yeah. Shape-shifted form, look at that. Primal 0. So, summon animation. You can still see it when you first got it. Wyrmprints. Yeah, this was his final form. Eden is the main character. Let's see if their starter form. This was how he started off. Being this. And then at the first anniversary, he got an upgrade. He became a true prince. And this was his form. And then the Bondforge one was this final form. I guess his hair got long. Encyclopedia bonuses. This is you got this from leveling up an adventurer to max. So this bonus to your stats of that element. Dragon also, when you fully combine and maximize the dragon, you get this. Okay. What else? I never did the Dragalia life or adventure guide. This is kind of sad. So this was the end of Dragalia Lost. Thank you for fighting at our side. I hope you'll stay with us forever. Well, we can't. So, let's go back home. Yeah, so that's the alliance that I've shown. And then this was the shop. So you can, let's see, this is if you want to buy that. And then prints, if you need to buy any prints. I think pretty much got everything. This is not useless. Treasure trade. This is where like you can convert, see, my sunlight stone. I'll just level a dragon just for fun. But here you can buy some stuff here that you need. This is from summoning of near metals. Austral rates. Let's see. Dragon trials. This is the first trials they came up with. You can get these cool dragons. And then in Imperial Onslaught, you get the prince to fight those dragons because they give you some res. Helps you reduce damage to fight them. That was back when it was so hard to beat them. Void battles. I usually empty this out every month to get some TP. Agito. Yeah, bought everything I can. These are the I'll get into that. I skipped this one. So this is an upgraded version of the dragons. Again, free as long as you can beat them, beat the trials. Agito, and then they have the Sindom stuff. So then give a free unit, but give you some gems. And then Kaleidoscope. This was new, sort of like an endless dungeon thing that you can do. I can buy more sunstones. Oh, so, um, and then if you go to quest, you can do this is the story, the final story. We're on chapter 26 now. So you can see here chapters. Chapter 26, this was the final chapter. And you can choose the difficulty, whether you want very hard or normal. But yeah, so look at all the characters that we've interacted in the past. Siblings. The king. The journey begins. We can go into summoning now. So this is the standard banner that they have now. It just goes on until the end of the game. I can still summon some, I guess. I'll do a few summon, because the currency is going away anyways. So this was a 9 pull. Skip. Ooh. Single summon. Use the momentum since I have so many. It's going away. Might as well, right? Yep. So, oh, I need 20. I probably can get 20 somewhere. Okay, and then castle. So, castle stories. I finish all this to get gems. I can summon, adventure stories, same thing. So I never got to finish all of these, but they give you free gems. You download, and there's kind of stories behind it. So here I'm gonna skip. So this doesn't take too long. 25, woohoo! So I can do a 10 pull. Okay, let's do a 10 pull. Tenfold summon. So, Adventure, Dragon Story, Castle Stories. Dragon Roost is where you can see all your dragons and you can interact with them. And you can swap in all the dragons that you have. And then you can give them something. Usually you do this to get their reputation up. Mine, everything is max at 30 reputation already. So if you swap, you see everything here is max, 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 all my dragon reps. So, and then if you go back to the castle grounds, this was the main. So this is kind of like facilities where you can like, it starts with your Halidom here. It's max now, level 11. You upgrade it. You can get these honey tea, they call it, like free stamina. And then you can put out all these, sort of facilities. So I think you start off with like, this is the Dragon Roost we went to. This was like the smithy. So it allows you to build weapons. Some of these are from like element wind altars. You get them from the exchange shop. And it gives you, see, HP and strength 13%. So pretty good once you power them up. These you get from events. Like this was from some kind of event that gives you for axe and one units. So for example, some of these are different, like this one, this library thing gives you for shadow adventures. So yeah, I have maxed everything. This is like the mine, the gold mine. You can collect all, and it'll just collect everything. These also like the trees. I remember leveling up to level 30, so they buff you a lot. And you can see some of the units here. See, Franzel. I remember when these were also out. Dracolids. Look at that, 50% bonus damage to flame dragons. So without these, you're really weak. And if you look here, castle info, it'll tell you. So stat boosting adventures. Look, I've boosted everything by like 70-80% based on all the facilities I have, and also weapon boost. Dragons also get boosted damage, HP, strength based on the facilities. So if you don't have them, I think they're under managed facilities. See, I I hide them. I think some of these are hidden, like because I don't have space to put them. So wait, we did that one already. Yep. So I have 5 workers here that can build stuff, but I can't build anything when I click on build. No, I guess I can build these. Just to be fun. Yay. All right. So, I guess we can go to quests next. So that's the main story, and they have this Alberian battle royale, kind of like you fight for like with everybody else, and then it's sort of because there's not enough players, so you always fight with AI, and then you have monthly rewards, which I don't bother doing anymore. But sometimes you get a skin. Usually you get a skin, which is pretty good. So in this case, you get a nice skin there. Career, 100 times placed first. So played a lot. Treasure trade, you can get sunlight ore. That's probably the best thing about this. This is the sunlight ore. And then you can trade it for some of these skins that you can use for Battle Royale. Never really got popular for some reason. Trials of the Mighty, these were decent. And now I just skip them. So we did this to get so for example like this one, right? If you look at what you get, so you get Valerius Mana Spiral. So yeah, you do the Trials of the Mighty to get Mana Spirals. Void, you do this to get like weapons and stuff, void weapons, mats like these. You can get some prints too, but these are used for weapons. I'll show weapons later. So voids go all the way. I think the Tempest Chimeras are pretty good weapons you do before you tempt the dragons. And then this is sort of usually the event, which is concluded already. I don't need to go there. These are the dailies. You get Avenue of Power. This gives you like these, which allows you to level up an adventure. This gives you gold, Avenue to Fortune. Ruins allows you to power up someone's mana circle. This allows you to rerun old events that you missed. And there's been a lot of events. See, I've done everything, obviously. This was something they added because people people really like them. I can do this real quick. Yeah, see, I'm using Morgana. Because it's funny to use a cat to meet a dog. So, I mean, you're not doing anything, basically. See, you're doing the dog and meeting it. You can play around. Play fetch. Alright. This video is taking a long time. Okay, so then we have Kaleidoscope. This was a lot of, oh, I guess I haven't done this in a while. We'll do that. Never bought it with Mercurial Gauntlet. Dragon Trials were the original first trial. I'm gonna do this just for fun because this was the beginning one. Let's see, no helper. I'm gonna use a fire team. So my fire teams. This was the very first trial they released, and basically it was end game at the beginning at launch, and it was so hard to defeat. I don't want to do auto. So look, my my teammates just kill it. The AI just killed it because it's that weak now. Well, for all time's sake. So that's mid, and then we have the this was Imperial Onslaught, as I mentioned before. So, um, and then Advanced Dragon Trials. This was like much harder when it was first released. So this is not even open. It's only open on certain days. I can do this one real quick, I guess. Maybe we'll just leave this on auto. It might work. We'll see if I'm strong enough or not. Maybe not. Not without a healer. Oh, yes. I love dying. I remember dying to them so many times because you gotta get your execution perfect. Oh, maybe I will win. Boom. Auto battle for the win. Yep, that was high dragon trial. There's your weekly bonus. And then they released Agito, which was very challenging to fight these. And then from Agito, they have this basically like demons and angels. Lilith was the first one they released. It was challenging. And then Primal Dragon, which is supposed to be like the next level. So you can see these are the new pictures for them. You know, Mid-Zero and High Jupiter. And then these are the final end game, which is Legend difficulty. So you have Agito Legends, which was really, really hard to do. Morsayati is kind of like really difficult, really best with co-op, and even then you can't mess up. And then this became the final content that was really, really difficult. Surtur was the last one I cleared, and this was the only one I don't have a full clear. You can see 2 out of 3 stars. So this is really, really difficult. So that's the content. Um, yeah, I mean I can even do. Let's see, maybe we can do a primal dragon. What was it? I think I was helping somebody do. It's an interesting team. This is just to show what the fight looks like. I'm sure all of these will be on YouTube also, but this is an auto battle, by the way. Oh, walking on lava. That's very smart. See? Dead. Alright. Okay, so now we go into crafting, since we're done with quests. Upgrade. So, adventures. These are all the adventures that I have. Let's see, sort by date, sending. Yeah, I guess this is how when I edit them and they haven't been added. So this was my first adventure. You can see prints. Everything is maximum. Skills, abilities, details, and so 3-star, 3-star. Carl is a 3-star. Let's see. I think it's easier to go from teams, collection, adventures, sort by date, ascending. There. So yeah, so all if you yeah, these are like some of the friends that we are part of our group initially. Renzo, Elisane, um, and then we get Cleo. Everybody loves Cleo. Wilco. Um, I remember using Daniel because that was the only water healer I have for Brunhilde. It was so hard, but it has to be perfect. Most of these have been upgraded. This was, I think, the first event reward. Celera. Um, I did not get the first 5-star that was released. She became my healer for the longest time because she was my best healer. But she can heal and then has heal over time. Restore HP and continuous healing. That was so good. Yeah, the rest are just normal. I think she's my very first 5-star. This Elisane from a Hollywood Halloween event. So she was so good. There's 3 phases. Elisane was so good. I will miss her. And then from there, the next 5-star I pulled was this guy, Naveed. Very strong defensive, especially with Radiant. Bubble. Um, Other 5-stars that I play with a lot are Xander, True King of Water Swords. He was really good. Majestic Tide still used by a lot of people in speed runs. I use her for a bit for range, fire. She was a Christmas unit, and her ability is that she can freeze, inflicts freeze. So that's kind of unique. That was really good when she was released. And then we have the first New Year's with this guy who became my main for a long time. Yes, he was so good. Part of the Hinomoto group. He can inflict bleeding, and that was the first time we can inflict bleeding and up to 3 stacks. Yeah, he was really good. And then I finally got this guy, my Fireblade. He was the strongest, DPS unit for a long time, until they all figured out this queen pirate Karina, who can stack with the more buffs the user has, the higher the skill boost received and the higher the damage dealt. And things went crazy with her because people would buff like insane, and then she would do insane damages. I remember playing with Albert a bit. He was like the lightning guy, thunder guy. It was such a cool thunder sword. And then they have this collab with Fire Emblem. Got Marth. This was Alphonse was a free unit. Also got Worm, and she was really special because she can freeze also. And Lowen became the best healer for Wind for a long time, even though it's a 4-star. Yay, and they released Meme, and she became one of my favorite units to use because she not only dispels buff, but her chain co-op, each shapeshift increased their strength up to 3 times request. So, and she always shapeshifts into the flame worm. So will transform into run healer regardless of what dragon she's equipped with. So that was really cool to see. And then they released Hawk, which became a meme. He was really weak in the beginning. Nobody wanted him. The only 5-star everybody hated until he got buffed, and then he got really, really strong. Runs out, same story as Hawk. Very weak until they buff him. Then he became insane. Um, the Mona, the sisters, these three, or the blacksmiths. Rena was really good with burning. She can burn you, inflict burn. Penfrey is a tank, like a tank, and his hit actually inflicts frostbite, so he was really good. And of course, Cleo, she was the queen of DPS because you can actually stack this. Wait, no, her charge attack. It doesn't show. It doesn't. Let me see. Does it show here? Yeah. So she can create a buff zone, increase the strength of adventures inside 25%. Says the effect cannot stack, but it actually, in the beginning, I think they missed that. So 4 Cleo runs were the best because you stack the circle thing to buff, and then boom. So other notable units, this was the first year unit, the Prince. So good with this buff zone, and then Exalted Glory. Takes so long to charge, but it hits for so much damage. And then they release Aldric, which is the young Alderius. That was interesting also using the fight with him. Let's see. Nurse Eileen became one of the premier water healing units. Oh yes, Halloween unit. Best fire healer for a long time. They released an Ultimim, which is an Axe Halloween unit. She's okay. She does have a very good co-op though, which is this one, increased critical damage. So that was really good, really useful. Mega Man collab, got him. Elisane was finally, she got promoted to Paladin, and she became the premier buffer. She buffs water units. Let's see, the rest are okay. I'm trying to see what other units are so meaningful to me. All of these units. This was the best, light healer for a long time. I wanted her for a long time, didn't get her. She was really, really good, Lily. Yeah, water freeze for fire content. And then they released Gala Luca, which is really, really strong light slash unit, and his ability to, um, you know, modifier to crit damage is so good. This was during the Monster Hunter collab. Berserker, I got series, and I'm missing some units, obviously. People became really popular and it was released. So you basically just normal attack the whole time. Um, but it's funny because it increases your strength and then you just normal attack. See, standard attack damage. So it was really good. Mitsuba was used in a lot of the speedruns because she would basically increase the uh, critical damage 50%. So if you stack double Mitsuba, it's insane. So then you have, oh yeah, Scala Alex, the highest damage unit at some point. Crisis Edge, like she does so much damage, and it was like broken. Grace, broken. Um, she can shield you. She gives you a shield, a life shield that nullifies damage relative to unlock. This is so crazy that they created the whole content with Agito that with Sindom, sorry, that negates buffs just because of her because she trivializes so much content and so she cleared everything before Sindom, and then after that Verica became the best shadow healer. Let's see. Hope became the best wind buffer because he provides shield defense buffs, and then with that defense buff you can get crit damage and crit buffs. So they have this Fire Emblem collab. I got these units. Peony is probably the most useful one. No, Tiki is probably the most useful one. Peony too, but Tiki is really amazing. Those two. Peony because this was the first one they released this co-op for light damage 20%. So she's used everywhere. Let's see. Leaf was also a good unit. Um, they finally released Xena from another world, another dimension. Catherine became really good after her spiral to 70. They released a Mikoto out, but I mean, he's okay. Galalaxy, very, very strong. Dagger, fire dagger, super strong. She can change to the Eden mode and does a lot of damage. They introduced the angels. So these were like one of the angels, Nevin, apostles, I think we call them. So Mordecai became very critical to the main storyline. So Galazi now. And let's see. Ilya, the original god. Ilya and Mordecai became best friends. That's who people worship. Alina used her a lot to clear Cayenne because her skills, after she, not really shapeshift, this is a dragon drive. Her skills actually can dispel the shields from Cayenne, so used her a lot. The sister, we can finally pull her, but didn't do much. She also became a very popular healer, Hilda Garb. Oh yes, this brother, strongest fire damage for a long time. And also mana caster, rapid mana caster. So you basically just keep holding this. And yeah. This is a collab, Corin with, I forget what they call it, Princess, yeah. Lily out for Christmas. And then we have, let's see, this was Galachel. Again, same thing as this, the sibling thing, very, very strong. She became the premier flame buffer because she can buff, um, yeah, look at that, increased strength by 40% and reduced wind damage. So became really critical. Joker, Persona 5 collab, got him. This is a free unit and pulled Mona as well. It's really funny because he turns into a van when he attacks. Galano becomes really popular. I think this was second anniversary. She's really strong. From small, she can become big when she transforms, metamorphosis. So she became like a big Notte and became almost immune to anything and takes very little damage. Very strong. Humanoid mid became usable. Ceres, Gala Ceres. Alberius became one of the best characters to use because all of his skills actually add the increase the dragon bar, so shapeshift more often by using him. Humanoid Mercury after Humanoid Mid. We don't get Humanoid Dragon forms for all of them. Too bad. Galamascula finally got revived. A really, really strong water blade, probably strongest water blade. Tobias, at some point, he was the best wind buffer meta until alt for Ieyasu for water, and he can inflict bleed and frostbite. Became really popular too. Let's see, what else did I miss? Grimnir, look at this Gala Leaf, it's really awesome. She's so strong, Galazethia. Look, she took on the power of the, gosh, I forgot the name of that dragon, Bahamut. That's what she did. This was one of the Apostle. Basilius, really fun to use, cleared a lot of content with him. Another of the Apostle, Regina, were not really used a lot. Delphi, special character. I mean, the debuff zone reduces the defense of enemies. I mean, this is so incredibly used, especially the shared skill. Humanoid Jupiter. Lapis used her a lot. She's really good. Rapid mana caster. another apostle. So they started with the Syndicate Grace alt, but never got anywhere with the Syndicate story. An alt for Ilya. This Angel became the best water healer late game. Let's see. Notte for light healer, very strong. Valix was okay, pretty strong. Another of sibling that was released later, Ferris. Oh, he is really good. He was like the main antagonist after the king, Nedric, and finally got on our side to fight Bahamut. Origa was the leader of the apostles. Another mem alt swimsuit, of course. Sheila, Gatav's daughter, very strong fire unit. Yeah, she was the best. So this is Bondforge Zethia. So the final form of Zethia with Bondforge unit. So, see, brother and sister. They're all long hair now. They look identical. Emil, finally, sibling, redeemed. He did good in the end for us. He saved us. Galalaxi, Anacaster. He's a buffer. Yukimura, probably the last Hinomoto release. I've been wanting twins for a long time. Finally got twins through Dream Summon or something like that. So this was the last unit I think I pulled to clear content. Humanoid Zodiac for Al Surtur. Yeah, this was my newest unit I pulled, but I never got to use Leonidas as well. So weapons, got every single weapon in existence. Prints as well, maximized every print. Dragon, oh boy. Yeah. So it's probably too long to get all of the dragons, but I can just highlight some of the strongest ones. So Fire, Primal Brunhilda obviously, and Reborn Acne, and this was a special collab one. And Mars is special. This is Leonidas' dragon, but then the special part is, you get 100%, skill gauge at the end of the shapeshift. So that was special about Mars. Water, this beast Ciela became the best water DPS. Marashiden, which is Iesu's dragon, got an alt for water, and yeah. So filled 100% of skill gauge at the start of quest. So awesome. Reborn Poseidon, and just those three actually are the useful one. And this is a special dragon because of this that we gradually fills the skill of gauges used in so many speed comps. So I don't have, yep, Reborn Zephyr for damage, and then this is for HP for healers. She's used for healers as well because of her skill here that can restore HP to all allies, and also haste. Mid-Zero became one of the strongest dragons because of this, combo count, and you can actually attack twice with Mid-Zero. So, yeah, wanted Long for a long time, because of his crit damage here. Very good to use. Light dragons, we finally got Elysium, which is the dragon that you used to summon King of all the dragons. So, very fun to use. Chronosnix was broken when we first got him, so strong. Probably it's still the strongest light dragon. Reborn Gene. We got Thor. Look at that. This is a special Hinomoto dragon. Used a lot in speedruns also. Does a lot of damage with the buff zone. So, and for the longest time I used Cupid because of the healing. Helps a lot with strength and healing. Finally, Shadow Dragons. Bahamut, the other dragon, very, very strong. Reborn Nidhogg, and this was from a Persona 5 collab. Probably the highest single target damage with this hit skill. This was Galachiel's dragon, Cat Sith. Use this angel a lot because he provides shapeshift prep, 50%, so you can use him instantly. This is the best Haste Dragon, skill haste 40% for Shadow. So that's what everyone uses. This is a special dragon, the Chalice from the Monster Hunter collab. Okay, and then just to finalize the amount of circles for you to, let's see, we can do one also. Just to show auto, the 50 new nodes will be unlocked. Yeah, so adventure story pops up. I don't need to watch that. And then I would normally upgrade auto. So I use all this and then crystals to buff up to maximize the, this is how I max the unit. So, okay. Let's see, upgrade weapons. This is where we spend a lot of the upgrades on. So Primal Dragon weapons became the strongest weapons. So you can upgrade the weapon, get copies for it, slots, because you can add slots to it with the prints. And then Wyrmprints also, you can see here, like a Dragon Haze, 15%. So once you max unbind everything. And then we've seen upgrading dragons already. Teams. So these were some of my teams. You can see here, I got one is sort of just playing around Morsayati, and this was I think my max might team here. You can see Lin Yu. She was so good back then. See the Lolong? Yeah. This guaranteed crit. 2 is my fire team. So you can see I cleared a lot of content with this fire team. Yeah. Water team. Elserter solo. Wind teams. These are some of my favorite wind units. You can see one Forge Shield and Notte, and always those two everywhere. And then you basically just add a healer, Kasha, and then you add Sanfrit, which is a buffer for crit, and you're good. So use him to clear Gelda. 5 is my light units. So I didn't talk about this Aldrich. Yeah, this guy is really good tank. So Galaxy, yep, look, high damage. 6 is my shadow team, so you can see this is the team I used to clear. See, and healer, Nedrick, and some of these are just. This was a summer Uden alt. And then from that point on, 7, 8, 9 is sort of my events or raids teams, and I just use them a lot to clear events, whether it's a water event, light event, dark event, flame event, whatever. I just use these. So, for example, this was not that, my bad. Let's see. The last event we had was this. Well, we can't play anymore. Yep. So that's it. I will miss my teams. You added it by adding a weapon. Now you can select the dragon you want to use. With that, you want to use the same element, and you add the prints, and the prints have affinity bonuses. You can see here. So like this one, look at how many affinity bonuses I stack on her. Yeah. So you do that for every team member. You see. And then you would fight. I will miss all of them a lot. This was my favorite game. I'm very sad that this is ending. But I know service end it. And so, nothing else I can do. It is the end. I'll miss this game. So, top 5 units that I love using, maybe for each element. Let's see. For fire, Sword by Might. Maybe Sword Descending, huh? I would say for fire, my favorite DPS unit was her. She was so much fun to play. Her and Mim, or I also played him a lot, Leonidas. Okay, water. Um, the one I used to play the most is probably, well, of course, Karina for speed runs. But other than that, I played a lot of Tiki and Galamascula, and of course Rapid Manacasters. But I didn't get her until later, though. Favorite win unit is, I mean, this is no-brainer. It is, let's see, you know what? Probably easier if I sort by date descending. Yeah. So my favorite unit is probably Bond Fortune and where's Notte? And her. So much fun to play. So much fun to play. I remember my first unit that I love and win was Lin Yu, and nobody wants to take me because I didn't have Victor, which was the meta was Victor and Alice Lane as the healer. It was really weird, that meta. Okay. Light. Um, she became one of my favorite units to play, but if I'll be honest, my favorite unit to play for Light should be the Prince. I love playing the Prince in the beginning. I used him a lot. So Ilya was also a lot of fun to use, just unique. And then for my Shadow Dragon, Shadow unit is the number one unit that I love was her. I was there from the beginning when we had the the stacking buffs and speed runs with Cleo. So Cleo and Mim are probably my two favorite units to play, and then with Verika and Grace who broke the game, and so many good shadow units. They're probably my strongest ones. Um, Nedrick, so much fun to play. So I will miss you. I will miss you guys. Miss playing this game. I don't know if he'll ever come back. I hope Nintendo does the right thing, or Side Games does the right things, and I don't know, maybe bring it back one day. Who knows? She was so awesome to play with. Well, that's it. So, Dragalia, it's been a journey. Thank you for 3 years. Um, had a lot of fun playing with you guys. Let me select this and change this to our original friends. All right. Goodbye, Prince. It's been, I think I should, yeah. Anyways. All right. All right. This is a good time to end this record. Goodbye, Dragalia.